The name of a Central Iowa physician appears on a public online list that no doctor wants to be a part of. It's a database of people facing serious accusations.
KCCI's Kayla James has spent months investigating this. And Kayla, you found out what landed the doctor on this list.
That's right. Dr. Lynn Lindeman operates an orthopedic clinic in West Des Moines and has been practicing medicine for decades. Earlier this year, KCCI got a tip that Lindeman's name is on the Safe Sport Disciplinary Database. That national database lists anyone connected to U.S. Olympics or Paralympics who's either under investigation or has been investigated for sexual abuse or other misconduct. So we wanted to know why Lindeman is listed. What we found out soon brought us to a woman who's been fighting for the physician to be disciplined starting in the 1970s and now again.
I know I've been speaking at these meetings for about a year and a half now.
Month after month.
Why his license is still in place, why he is not being reprimanded. I want his license revoked.
Plea after plea. An Eastern Iowa woman continuously tells her story to the Iowa Board of Medicine.
I am the 13-year-old girl who was sexually abused by a now licensed physician.
Over 40 years later,
I am asking, begging, demanding that his license be revoked for what he did to me as a 13-year-old child.
And Sherry Moeller still struggles with what she says happened in the summer of 1975. A young gymnast then, Sherry recalls being at the University of Iowa for a gymnastics camp. She remembers heading into the field house to get checked out for back pain, and 34 minutes later, Sherry says she ran away from an exam room.
I was sexually assaulted by an individual who is still a practicing physician in the state of Iowa.
Sherry says she reported the man and in February of 1976 returned for his trial.
I had to stand in front of 12 strangers and tell a horrific part of my life. And I had to look at him.
This Daily Iowan article, printed in April 1976, states Lynn Lindeman was convicted of lascivious acts with a person under the age of 16. Sherry says the trial was the last she heard of him, believing Lindeman went to jail.
I couldn't imagine how, if you were found guilty, that wasn't the outcome.
But as Sherry would find out, there was another outcome. In 2020, she was visiting Des Moines when an ad showed up on her phone.
There was no doubt in my mind. I had stared at that face for 34 minutes.
She was shocked to find the man she says was convicted of sexually abusing her while he was a graduate student was allowed to become a doctor. That's why Sherry has repeatedly spoken in front of the board.
I have a copy of his application for license in Michigan and in Iowa.
Sherry started collecting documents in 2020, including what she says are the court records from the case. What she found, documentation that Lindeman was convicted and offered a deferred judgment.
I had never heard of a deferred sentence.
In the criminal justice system, a deferred judgment is like a second chance.
A former Polk County prosecutor, Steve Foratano, says, in general, a judge will put the guilty ruling on pause so there's no conviction, place the defendant on probation, and if completed,
the judgment will be never entered, so the case will be dismissed without any type of conviction.
Foratano says generally, defendants with no or a short prior criminal history qualify for deferred judgment, as long as the crime does too.
If it's a forcible felony, for instance, that's not an option.
Foratano says lascivious acts with a minor is not a forcible felony, referencing an Iowa Supreme Court case in 1992, State v. Graves.
He shouldn't be around patients. He should not be around young children.
Sherry continues to speak in front of the Iowa Board of Medicine, as well as send letter after letter to places associated with Lindeman. KCCI reached out to several organizations, one of them, the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, taking action, adding Lindeman to its disciplinary database. Safe Sport declined to comment beyond that. And Sherry says she isn't done yet.
I need to know that by going to court as a 14-year-old girl, that I did the right thing.
We reached out to both Dr. Lindeman and his attorney. His attorney tells us they have no comment.